All right, so jumping straight into one of the first business lessons that I'm going to discuss, which is that it's not really about finding a winning product, but more so about finding a winning niche. The mistake I see so many beginners making is that they're totally focused on finding a single product that they believe is going to make them rich. And I'm not saying that you're not going to be able to get rich with a single product, but it's better to think about your business in a way where you're going to stock it with multiple different items instead of just one single winning product. This is what I did anyway with one of my most successful e-commerce businesses. I didn't really have one product that was bringing in the bulk of the revenue that my business was making on a monthly basis. Instead, I had around 100, 200, 300 unique items that was all doing their part, all bringing in a certain amount, and at the end of the month, it all added up to a significant amount of revenue. So you want to make sure that you remember that when you start your dropshipping business, it's better to focus on a winning niche rather than a winning product. And there's so many different ways that you can do this. Like for example, if I just jump into my Zeek Analytics account, and for those of you that don't know exactly what Zeek Analytics is, it's a product research software that I use when it comes to finding winning products or finding winning categories that I know that I'm going to be able to have success with. Because they've got this brand new feature over here called Market Insights that they've recently added, where you're going to be able to filter it based on what type of dropshipping store you're looking to start. So for example, if I'm looking to, let's say, sell on Shopify, I'm going to be able to select it just like this. And if I'm looking to source mainly on AliExpress, I'm going to be able to select it just like that. And if we take a look at the left-hand side over here, you're going to be able to see trending AliExpress niches. So if you're currently confused on which category or niche you do want to build your e-commerce business around, you can come on to this section just to kind of give you an idea of what's currently doing well. Because as you guys can see over here, Zeek Analytics is letting us know that fishing related items are currently performing well. And this could also be seen on Google Trends. We can see that in the United States, since 2004 up until now, every single year around the same time, people are going onto Google to search for the keyword fishing, which means that if you do send to your store around this particular niche, you're obviously going to be able to have success if you focus on these months here wherever there's peaks, which is between February, March, April, May, June, up until around July, August. And of course, knowing what niche is performing well is very important, but you're going to need to build your store on individual products. So if you want to get an idea of which products are performing well as well, what you could do is come over to Zeek Analytics, click on the product research tab over here. It's going to take you to a page that looks like this. Then you're going to be able to type in fishing or whatever category you're looking at and then click on search. And right here, we're going to be able to see all this useful information when it comes to which type of items people are buying specifically on AliExpress if you are looking to use them when it comes to building a dropshipping business. So what I'd personally do is just scroll through all of these different items over here and most likely list all of them on my store, because for them to have been able to get over 12,000 sales, 10,000 sales, 9,000 sales individually, that means that I'm also going to be able to increase my chances of success if I was to sell all of these items at the top of the results. And this actually now brings me on to the second dropshipping lesson that I've learned over the years, which is that when it comes to picking a product, you want to make sure that you pick one that you've got some sort of knowledge on. Another mistake that so many beginners make is that they will come onto a software like Zeek Analytics and find a trending product or a trending niche just like this, and then what they'll do is that they will just sell the product straight away. Now, the reason why I said that this is a mistake is because if you don't really have any knowledge about it, it's going to be really difficult when it comes to you marketing that item to the best of your abilities. Like for example, I don't really know anything about fishing, so would I really want to build a store selling these type of items even though they are performing well and people are buying them? The minute that I start getting questions and queries from customers that have either bought from me or they want to buy from me, I'm not going to be able to answer their questions as effectively as possible. Now, of course, you can spend time researching and studying whatever category that you're thinking to go into, even if you don't have any knowledge about it from day one. But the reason why that's not a good idea is because if I use fishing again as an example, if I'm competing against another business owner or another dropshipper where they've gone fishing with their family every single summer holiday of their entire life and I've never gone fishing once, when it comes to competing with them, they're obviously going to beat me in so many different ways because not only do they have knowledge about the item, but they've also got a passion about it too. So the main point that I'm trying to make is that when it comes to you starting a dropshipping business, you want to make sure that you've got passion, knowledge, and you've got interest when it comes to the type of business that you're trying to build, and you're not trying to do it just for money. All right, guys, so moving on to one of the third lessons that I'm going to talk about in today's video when you're building your dropshipping business as a complete beginner, which is that it's very important to test, and then test again. If there's one thing that I've learned over the many years of me building up all of my different e-commerce stores is that when it comes to trying to be successful, you're not going to get it on your first go. Now you might do, but a lot of people tend to give up after their first store if they haven't made the sales that they've wanted to make. One common thing that I always advise all of my different students that have joined Project Shopify is that when it comes to trying to be successful, even though you may come across an item that you have knowledge about, and you've also seen that people are spending money on it, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be successful with that particular item. Even when it came to myself on my own journey, I didn't have success until the third or fourth store that I built. And even though, yes, I always felt like giving up, I didn't, because I always knew that there was something with this whole e-commerce thing, so I kept going and testing different things. So even though you might be using something like Zeek Analytics and their market insights tool when it comes to looking at all of these trending AliExpress niches, and you may be considering to build a store around any one of these, now what I'll personally do is obviously go with the one that I think I'm going to be able to have success with, but even if I don't have success, I'm just going to move over to the next one and keep trying. Using tools like this is super important when it comes to increasing your chances from day one, but you also need to remember that nothing's going to be guaranteed, and that's why it's very important to make sure that you don't forget that testing is going to be an integral part of building up an e-commerce or a dropshipping business. And before I forget, if you want to sign up to Zeek Analytics so that you can also go away and do whatever research that you want to do after watching this video so that you can be on the right path on your own journey, then you're going to be able to sign up for them for a 7-day trial by clicking the link in my description. And if you do use that link in my description, not only are you going to be able to get that 7-day trial, but you're also going to be applicable for any discounts that they may have in the future of all of their different packages. So don't forget to sign up for Zeek Analytics by using the link down below. Alright, so moving on to the fourth dropshipping lesson that I'm going to talk about, which is that when you do start building your store, you don't want to outsource straight away to various different freelancers, and you want to try and do as many different tasks yourself as possible. And the reason why I believe this is because it's a great way for you to keep your costs low. Not only that, it's also a great way for you to understand various different dynamics that go into running a dropshipping store. So many beginners don't want to put in the work and they want to outsource straight away, whether it's the customer service, whether it's the fulfillment, whether it's the website design, every single element of a e-commerce website, they want to outsource it, which isn't really the best way to go. Now, of course, if this is what you want to do, then you can do it and you may still be successful. But speaking from my own personal experience, when it came to me starting from day one, I made sure to do as much as possible because I always knew down the line I was going to outsource it to various different employees and various different freelancers. But if I didn't do it myself, then I wasn't going to be able to educate them on exactly how they should do it in the best possible way. And when it comes to the other aspect of things in terms of keeping costs low, as you guys may already know, dropshipping stores tend to have a lot of costs associated to them because they're a physical product business that you have to use paid ads when it comes to getting customers. So for you to be able to retain as much profit as possible when you're building your business in the early days, it's always advised to make sure that you try and do as many tasks as possible, learn the business, and also try and keep as many profits that you can in the business. Okay guys, so moving on to the final lesson that I'm going to talk about, which is that when it comes to running any online store, you're only as good as your supplier. What I like to do when it comes to building physical product businesses is that I like to make sure that I'm building up a connection or a relationship with the supplier that I'm using, because by doing that, I'm going to be able to build this rapport with a real person that is obviously going to be an investment into the future of my business. I've got suppliers that I've been using now for the past 7, 8, 9 years, and we become friends. And because of that, not only do they send me quality items for me to send to my customers, but what they also do is that they let me know about any trending items that have recently been released that I can start selling myself. So making sure that you find a trustworthy supplier that has quality goods, and also making sure that you build a relationship with them, is going to be vital to you being able to make money in the future. Now, there's so many different ways that you can find various different suppliers, but if you are considering to use the market insights tool on Zeek Analytics, once you've decided on whatever item you want to sell, so let's say, for example, if you're looking to sell fish items, what you're going to do is go back over to the product research tab. Then what you're going to do is select AliExpress just like that. Type in the keyword for the item that you're looking for. So in this case, it's fishing. It's going to take you back to this page that I showed you earlier. And what you want to do is look at all of these different seller names over here. And you want to try and find one that has the name of the item in their actual business name. Because by finding a supplier that mainly specializes in those types of items, of course, they're going to most likely sell higher quality products. Not only that, you also want to look out for the ratings for the supplier as well. So let's say if I want to go with this one over here that's been able to sell over 10,000 units of this fishing item, what I'm going to do is click on scan seller, and Zeek Analytics is going to take me to this page where it's going to show me how much money this particular supplier has made on AliExpress, and it's also going to show me all of the different items that they're currently selling. So by looking at this page, I'm going to be able to, number one, see all of the trending items in their store by filtering it from the highest sales to the lowest sales, and I'm also going to be able to filter and look at all of the items in their store, which allows me to know if there's any point me using multiple different suppliers, or if it's worth my while just building a relationship with this one. And of course, one of the final things that you want to do is just click into any one of the items just like this and take a look at the rating for the store on AliExpress. And as you can see, this particular supplier has 4.8 or above for all of these different ratings: item as described, communication, and shipping speed. So just bringing it back to the main point that I'm trying to make, which is that one of the lessons that I've learned with my business over the years is that it's super important to make sure that you build a relationship with a trustworthy supplier that's going to be able to give your customers really quality goods over a consistent period of time, because this is going to be the key to your success for you to be able to make whatever money you're trying to make as a dropshipper. Now, if you've enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to press the like button. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe as well and hit the bell notification. And if you want to sign up to a completely free webinar where I explain my story in a little bit more detail as to how I was able to make my first $1,000 in profit with a dropshipping business, then you can watch that free webinar by clicking the first link in the description down below. And if you also want to watch a recent video that I made not too long ago where I break down the top 10 facts that every single aspiring dropshipper needs to know if they're looking to get started this year, then make sure that you click the link right there. Check that out straight after this one, because it's already helped out so many people, and I'm sure that it's going to help you out too. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.